RBT family, what is the deal? It's your dog, Willie Jack, and we are back. Back, baby. Back with more NFL action. NFL Week 2 is officially here. Tons of great matchups. I don't know about y'all, man. I'm still riding off the high of last night's historic upset victory of Terrence Bud Crawford dominating Canelo Alvarez. And look, this ain't the boxing show. All right, this is the Sunday Funday preview. We got a lot of football to talk today, so we definitely gonna get to it. But I would be remiss if I did not open the show with a massive kudos, a massive congratulations, excellent masterclass style performance from Terrence Bud Crawford, absolutely dominating and dismantling Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the first ever in the 4-belt era. Right, we always got to give that, but 3-division undisputed champion, 140, 147, and now conquering the king of the hill at the 168-pound limit. My goodness, man. Round of applause, kudos to Terrence Bud Crawford. Spectacular performance. And we definitely going to get into that for sure. For sure. Excuse me. We definitely going to get into that for sure. I'm thinking, honestly, probably tomorrow night. No, you know what? We got NFL football tomorrow night. We're going to figure it out. It might be Tuesday. It might be a Tuesday. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to chop up that Terrence Bud Crawford victory for sure over Canelo. So y'all stick around. Stay tuned. We'll put something officially on the books for all my boxing junkies out there, man. We'll definitely have to chop that up. But how you doing? How you feeling? All right. It's Sunday, right? It's game day, right? We got football to talk about. Go ahead and get in here, sit down, get on comfortable, lock in, and we're going to get it going. For sure. Also, as I wait for y'all to get in here, first off, hold on now. Wait a minute. Wait, see, look, we ain't going to start like this, RBT fam. I see 7 of y'all in the views. I don't see none of y'all in my chat. What's going on, man? Somebody drop something in the chat, say what's up to your dog. Y'all tripping. Drop something in the chat and say what's up to your dog, because y'all tripping right now. Y'all tripping. For sure. Y'all know how we get down? What we doing? Wait, is my chat not connecting? I'm not getting any feeder in my chat. Hold on. Oh. Here we go, YouTube. All right, no worries. Hold on, I know what to do. So, for whatever reason, the chat isn't syncing to my stream platform like normal. But I can see. I had to pull up the chat on my phone. No worries. Hold on. We will adapt. We will carry on. The show must go on. And it will. I don't know what's going on with my chat, y'all. Hold on. All right, well, look, you know what? No problem. Ain't no thing. We're going to do it like this. I got it on my phone, so it's all good. Shout out to my dog, Keandre, in the building. Cap Mothership, he said, in the new, undisputed. Yeah, you know what's going on, man. Man, I can't wait to chop it up, bro. Yeah, we're gonna run a full show about that. I ain't even gonna shortchange what Bud did, man, making history. I got a lot of thoughts on the fight. I got a lot of thoughts on the legacies of both Bud and Canelo. Man, I'm telling you. So we gonna definitely run that. We're gonna definitely run that one for sure. I see Lil Sis in the building. She said, good morning to all the Weebles. What's going on? Appreciate you as always. Raiden Young in the building. He said, facts. Hey, Raiden, where you from, homeboy? I appreciate you. Yeah, and then matter of fact, man, I don't want to get too deep into the Bud Canelo because we're going to run a full show and break it down. But if any of y'all scored it, I'm interested to see y'all scores because I thought it was dominant. And so, yeah, man, we'll definitely get into it. But if some of y'all in here Some of y'all in here early this morning, man. Go ahead, drop me y'all scores if y'all scored it. And then Red and Young, man, stick around, talk a little football with us, man. We're going to preview all these games today. Let me know your team and where you from, homeboy. I don't think I've seen your name in here before. My dog Keandre said, put the comments up, man, so we can like, share, and subscribe. Man, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. The comments they're not syncing to like my software or my streaming software app for, I don't know, man, just whatever reason. But like I said, it's too late for me to figure it out now, dog. So we're gonna have to rock and roll. I've got the chat pulled up on my phone. Oh wait, sis said that y'all can see it. Okay, hold on. Can you see it? All right. Well, so I put the comments up on the screen, but I can't see them. So y'all gonna have to let me know. Like if y'all can see the comments, but I can't, then I'll leave it up. But let me know if y'all can actually see the comments on the screen. Raiden Young say he's from Arkansas. Okay. Who's your team? Who's your team? Who you following in the NFL? Ooh, my dog Keandre said he know it's Sunday, but we got to at least talk about the 118, 110 Bud. Man, yeah, hey, I don't want to do too much because we're going to run a full show, bro. We're going to run a matter of fact, bro, we might have to go ahead and just run it Monday night, man. Just Monday night, right before the Monday night kickoff, man. I might have to get a quick hour in, man. We're going to chop up that Bud fight for sure. Because I don't want to shortchange it. You know what I mean? I don't want to shortchange it. We got to dive in, man. You say you had 118, 110, and that's like, I can see that. I end up having, I had 119, 109, and I think, yeah, I had 119, 109. I think it could have been I think it could have been 2 rounds to 10 like you had it. Honestly, I think best case, absolute best case, I think Bud still 193. Like I can see maybe, if at best I can really say maybe I could have gave Canelo 3 rounds, maybe. You know what I mean? Like if I could stretch a little bit, but for me, man, I had 11-1, dog. 11-1. And the one I gave him, I didn't feel great about. I won't lie. Like, the only round I ended up giving Canelo, bro, I gave Canelo the second round. And I ain't feel great about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't feel great about that, but I gave Canelo that second round, man. And so, and he didn't have to have that one. Now, in the same token, though, I arguably probably could have gave him another round or two, like somewhere, especially in those kind of mid rounds. I think he did kind of. I think he kind of felt where he was at in the fight and like wanted to press a little bit to see if he can catch some momentum or turn the tide. And so maybe there's another round or two like right in there in those kind of early middle parts of the round or of the fight. But I definitely feel, especially like going into that second half of the fight, I think Bud really settled in and really put on a clinic, man. A clinic of hit and not get hit, dog. And without running, though. I'm talking about, man, yeah, I don't want to get too deep. Don't distract me, Keandre. Don't distract me, dog. We got to run this back. We're gonna chop it up tomorrow for sure. Y'all stick around, man. We're going to chop up that Bud and Canelo fight tomorrow night for sure. And then, yeah, man, I see the comments aren't showing on the screen. So I'm going to take that down because it's just crowding the screen. Because they're not syncing, like YouTube isn't syncing to my stream start for whatever reason. So it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna stay in the chat. I got the chat on my phone, so I'm gonna just try to tap in over here and make sure I keep us up to date. Hey, Tom said he want to see a rematch. Bruh, do we need to? Why do we need to see that again? That was dominant. And the thing about it, bro, and this is what I can appreciate about Canelo. Canelo ate it, bro. Canelo took it on the chin. Canelo, that's a real champion for you, man. So we owe Canelo a round of applause for handling it like a true champion. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't none of that AB. I beat that boy. Man, I beat that boy. What y'all talking about? Like, nah, it wasn't none of that. He took it on the chin. And then even in the press conference, gave him his props, gave him his due, and was like, he just said what it was. Bro, I couldn't figure him out. That's what Canelo said in the press conference. Like, man, I just couldn't figure out his style. You know what I'm saying? Then they asked him, like, what was it that gave you the most problem? His speed, his power. his defense. Canelo said all of it. Man, he had everything. I couldn't figure it out. And then, and I don't want to get too deep into it. Y'all don't pull me in. Every time I try to get out, y'all try to pull me back in. All right? We're gonna run it back tomorrow for sure. We're gonna give it a full 60 minutes tomorrow for sure. But I did want to say that as well, though. Canelo, from the horse's mouth, man, much better fighter than Mayweather, man. That's what he said. And honestly, for me, and we're gonna talk about it again tomorrow, but I said it last night, fresh, watching the show. I was the first person I seen tweet it out before I started seeing it elsewhere. This was a much more impressive and much more dominant victory, in my opinion, Bud's victory over Canelo, than both Bivol and Mayweather. I think he was more dominant than either of them and put on a better performance than either of them did in his victory over Canelo. I'll say that. And we'll get into it for sure tomorrow. But, man, we don't need to see that again, Tom. And to tell you the truth, Canelo has no interest in running that back. Canelo has no interest in running that back. I would be very surprised. Now, money's going to talk. You know what I'm saying? I think he got 100 M's from Turkey just for this fight. If Turkey tell him I pay another 100, 150 to see it, then maybe they'll run it back. Maybe Canelo wouldn't be interested in running it back. But honestly, I don't think either of them have a question about who's the better fighter. I mean, like, it was so one-sided, bro. I see no point in running it back unless Turkey's just going to throw a huge bag at it just because. But as far as what we saw in the ring, what else is there? What else is there to see? What else is there to see, man? We don't need to see that back. My dog Keandre said he gave Canelo the fifth and the eighth. Yeah, and see, that's the eighth is one of the rounds that I think I could have considered for Canelo as well. And I still end up giving the edge to Crawford, but that eighth for sure. And then I think the ninth is when Bud came out and opened up on his ass. Because I think, in that eighth, I still think there was moments for both in that eighth. I still gave the edge to Canelo or to Crawford, because I just felt like Canelo would flash and throw some hard kind of thudding shots, but everything he threw was one at a time. And that's the Canelo we've seen for like the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? One at a time. And then I want to say maybe two clean of his cleaner shots landed in that eighth round. But Bud ate him for sure. And Bud all night was sure to return every time that Canelo did get something to break through. But for most of the night, 90% of this fight, Bud caught everything on the elbows and on the gloves. Like, there were so few punches that actually got through cleanly for Canelo. And Bud's movement was spectacular. Spectacular. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man. Yeah, but the eighth is one I could have considered for Canelo as well. The fifth, I have to go back and check my notes on that fifth. But I do know the eighth, I think, stands out because in the ninth, Bud came out and put paws on him. And then that's what Canelo headbutt him. And then, we got the break in the action. We got then they looked at the cut, etc. Whoop-de-whoop. But I definitely can see where you was going with that eighth for sure. Like I said, I could have gave Canelo 3 rounds I can see the argument for 3 rounds. Anything more than that was too much. And then even the scorecard, I was so pissed. I was upset at the scores. Like, I thought it was going to be a split decision going in. I had maintained that was my same prediction. I never changed this split decision for Bud because, well, for one, I did think that Canelo would. I thought he would land more clean shots maybe early on, like with that right hand, because Bud has shown that he can be hit by a right hand, especially when he's in that southpaw stance, because just naturally that right hand, you're more susceptible to, especially straight right hands from the southpaw stance. So I definitely thought that Canelo, I thought he would perform better. And I thought that maybe earlier on in the fight, he may land a couple solid right hands before Bud would adjust and then take over. I always imagined Bud dominating or taking over the second half of the fight. It was all about how much punishment has he took before he gets there. Because I also anticipate Canelo slowing down once we get to around 7, 8 is where I expect the Canelo's legs to start looking a little heavy. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, man, we're gonna chop that. We're gonna get into that tomorrow. All right, we gonna have to get into that tomorrow. We're gonna get at a full hour tomorrow, y'all, for sure. Okay. Oh wait, sis said she can't, we can't see it on my screen. We see, well, also because you're on YouTube. So are you? I'm sure that you probably can see the YouTube chat on your screen on YouTube, but the chat isn't syncing to the video screen, like how where I could put up you guys' comments on the video screen, like on the actual video, and not like on the side where you guys are seeing it on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? And then also, how's my audio? Let me know if y'all can help me out. How's my audio? I'm using a different mic. So let me know how I sound. Am I too far away? Do I sound like I'm echoing? Or is it interference or background noise? If y'all don't mind, somebody let me know how the audio is as well. Yeah. Raiden Young said he's a Baltimore Lamar Jackson fan in the building. Man, I don't know if you know where you at, homeboy. I don't know if you know where you at, homeboy. I don't know if you know where you at, homeboy. Hey, but welcome. Hey, we got space for you too, homeboy. We got space for you too. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. It's a safe space. We take all comers, man. We talk ball. I'm a Steelers fan, but we talk ball across the league, man. So it's all good. Yeah, get in here and talk your talk. And you know what? You had to stick around, man. You want them, man. Hey, matter of fact, I'm gonna do it now. Hey, you one of them members, bro. Hey, somebody in the chat say what's such a Ray Young, man. Welcome to the family, man. You one of them members now, big dog. You one of them members now, big dog. Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to come back around, man. We're gonna see y'all twice. Yeah, we're gonna see y'all twice, maybe 3 times. We might see y'all 3 times this year. We definitely gonna see y'all twice. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, for sure. For sure, you're right, man. I appreciate you coming through. For sure. Hey, Keandre said, why? It was worse than Floyd. Yeah, for sure. Worse than Floyd and Bivol. Because like Floyd was as one-sided as Floyd, but Floyd didn't dish out the punishment that Bud did. Bud closed both his eyes. Bud put mouses under both eyes. Canelo gonna wear glasses all week. He can't go to the store with his kids. Well, he probably don't go to the store no way. But y'all get the point of what I'm saying. Bud put mouses under both his eyes, man. Come on, man. Mayweather was clinical, was surgical as well, but it was man. He didn't dish out the punishment. And then Bivol was also very dominant and very one-sided, but also he didn't dish out the punishment. I don't feel like he landed as cleanly, and especially neither of them landed as cleanly, as hard, and was able to do so in the kitchen trading. Like Bud, especially in that 9th round, is what I want to say, right? Where Bud stood there, it was like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? He got into his shoulder roll a little bit with that, you know what I'm saying, with a quick catch and shoot with that inside left, and man, and knocking his glove. Man, look, man, hey, oh man, that was beautiful boxing, dog. That was beautiful boxing. Yeah, well, that was beautiful boxing. We're gonna get to that tomorrow night. Y'all got to circle back around, man. Y'all got to circle back around. I don't know exactly what time yet, because you know what I'm saying, Monday Night Football tomorrow, 2 games. You know I got to catch, and it's an early Monday night game too. Man, we gonna work that out. We definitely gonna chop up that Bud Crawford fight for sure. I'll get back to y'all on that. Yeah. Hey, Keandre said Canelo brought his judge as usual. Exactly, bro. That's why I thought it was gonna be split decision. I thought this whole time it was gonna be split decision because Canelo packed his judge in his backpack everywhere he go, man. I ain't gonna lie. I thought for sure it was gonna be like the Bivol fight, which was one-sided, and yet somehow, or even like the Floyd fight, one-sided, and some judge found a way to give it to Canelo. I thought Canelo was gonna have at least one in the back pocket, man. I thought Canelo was gonna have his PBC judge in his back pocket, man. That's what I was expecting. And you know what? This is the thing. The fact that 2 scores had it 115, 113 for Bud, that goes to show like they did everything they could to try to justify Canelo getting this fight. They did everything they could, because I don't know how in the hell 2 judges gave Canelo Alvarez 5 rounds. I don't know. So that still goes to show. So that also shows just how dominant it was, because had the fight truly been any closer, then those judges are flipped for Canelo. If the fight had been any closer than a 10-2 that it really was, like, come on, man. Yeah. Yeah, Raider said he dominated for sure. Man, I'm telling you. And Karen said, wait the second. And yet, bro, I didn't feel great about it. But see, I thought, and I'll tell you why. I think in the second, I think Bud Bud was a little more on his bike that round, and it would still make you miss, but it wasn't as much make you pay. And then Canelo was landing those thudding kind of shots, to the arms and elbows, but that's his game plan. You know what I mean? So at the time, it looked like, okay, maybe he's settling in and he's kind of, going to start breaking Bud down and kind of beating on his body and things like that. And so I gave the edge to Canelo in that one, honestly. But like I say, it was still, I didn't feel great about giving that one to him. Honestly, I didn't feel great about giving that one to him. You know what I mean? But I did give him the edge on that one. But then after that, man, I think it was damn near a sweep. And honestly, like I said, I went back and forth on that round, but I gave that one to Canelo, gave him the benefit of the doubt, think, okay, he's settling down, he's going to implement his plan, this is what he's doing. But Bud did a lot. He still did some of that make you miss, but he didn't do as much make you pay in that round. I felt, you know what I'm saying, it was a little more on the bike, but not out the kitchen. It wasn't Shakur and De Los Santos, but you know what I'm saying. But still, like we gonna talk about it tomorrow. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow, man. We're gonna talk about it tomorrow. Let me see. Tom said, "Ben, I be a Cowgirls fan." Hey, he said, "Yeah, not at all." Hey, yeah, there we go, man. Welcome to. Hey, you one of them members now, Raiden Young. I told you, boy. You one of them members now, man. Hey, sis said it's another Barry Brand. Hey, man, let him live a little bit. He just got here. It's all in love, though, Raiden. Talk your talk, man. But it's all in love. It's all in love for sure. She said Barry Brand is crazy work. Hey, yeah. Okay, she said the audio good. Okay, I appreciate you. Hey, in the ops territory, hey, hey, you show right. All right, man, look, we gonna get into these games. We 30 minutes in. We ain't talked about nan game yet, so we gonna jump into it. Man. But no, I can't wait to talk that boxing. Hey, Raiden Young, man, you a boxing fan, man. You got to tap back in, dog. We definitely get into boxing as well. Boxing is like my, it's my second favorite child. It's my second child. Football is number one for sure, you know what I'm saying? But boxing is my my second child, man. I love them both. Matter of fact, I'm going to jump right in. We're going to blow through some of these, and then we'll spend time and maybe chop up the ones that need to be talked about. Y'all know how we get into it. First one, out the door, Jacksonville on the road at Cincinnati. Cincinnati got a scare last week. I actually wanted to do. They couldn't step up and finish the job, especially offensively. Missed extra point, missed chip shot field goal, 2 interceptions that bounced off receivers' hands. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of things went wrong for them. Cincinnati gets that dub. And now they open up at home against Jacksonville. I'm going Cincinnati in this one, 28-23. Jacksonville's defense, not at all to the level of Cleveland's. I don't expect Cleveland or Cincinnati's offense to be completely shut down, much the way it was in that Cleveland Browns game. In that Cleveland game, let's keep in mind, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, I think combined, they all had 200 yards. I don't think Jamar Chase had 40 yards. T. Higgins, I don't think had 40 yards. Joe Burrow, I think he threw for under 200 yards. You know what I'm saying? So that was just, there's not many teams that can handle the Bengals offense like that. So I definitely expect the Bengals offense to kind of look more like we're used to looking. And then Jacksonville, of course, Trevor Lawrence and those guys, they'll find a way to put a couple points on the board. Travis Etienne had a big week 1. I don't think he'll carry and sustain that. But Brian Thomas Jr., I'm a big fan of. I want to see how they continue to integrate and work Travis Hunter into this offense. And this defense, Cincinnati's defense being as soft as we know it is. And Raiden Young, you a Ravens fan. You know just how soft that Bengals defense is as well. So I want to see what Travis Hunter looks like in this game, man. If they find a way to get him going, if he finds a way to make a highlight or two against this soft as Bengals defense. But other than that, I still expect the Bengals to be too much, especially at home offensively. I'll go 28-23 Cincinnati. Now, also, Raiden Young, man, I know you're new here, my boy. But if you got a prediction, drop it in the chat. Drop a score as well. You know what I mean? Because I like to see what y'all thinking as well. You know what I mean? It's an interactive show. I'm always give my thoughts, and I try to give y'all and I'm always give a score. If you got a prediction in the score, drop it in the chat. And the rest of y'all, man, y'all get busy. Y'all know what's going on. Hold on. Sis said her audio's tripping. Hey, y'all let me know. Like, so I'm trying a new mic setup. So if the audio is in and out or just whatever, let me know. and I got my standard mic in the cut ready to go if I need to convert over. So let me know. Moving on though, the Giants on the road at Dallas. Dallas gonna spank something. I'm going Dallas 30-17. That Dallas offense week 1 did what they are looked very good, especially in spurts and going up against a very tough and talented Philadelphia Eagles defense. Now that Eagles defense minus Jalen Carter, we know what went on there, but still they found a way to put up tons of points. That game was in the balance, and honestly, CeeDee Lamb shit the bed, man. CeeDee Lamb had a couple big drops in that game. He made some big plays as well, but a couple critical drops, and so they took themselves, I guess, weren't able to complete that comeback and get themselves in that one. I fully expect them to dominate this game. Dallas has dominated the Giants since Dak's been there. I think Dak has lost to the Giants once in his career, and I think that was his rookie year. And so I don't expect that to change. This Dallas offense still showing the ability to put up points. I want to see George Pickens in this one get loose. I think this is a game in which we could see. I expect to see an explosive from Pickens. CD's going to be CD. He's going to dominate the intermediate part of the field anyway, and he's a volume killer anyway. So I fully expect him to finish somewhere between 8 and 12 catches, somewhere between 90 and 120 yards, a touchdown plus. You know what I mean? So I definitely think he'll do what we know him to do. But I want to see George Pickens, man. That's what I'm still waiting on. I hate to see him leave. I understand why we had to send him away, but I still hate to see him go. But I think this is going to be a good game for George Pickens to have a chance to fully kind of introduce himself to the Cowboys fan base for the threat he could be, man. This is a game I can see GP doing something like, man, look, and George Pickens is the type of guy where, much like and don't get me confused. I'm not saying he's this guy that like all of that. I know y'all get, but I'm saying the way he impacts the game. Think about a Randy Moss, right? A guy who can touch the ball 3 times and give you 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's the type of player that George Pickens is. And in this game, I think he'll have a chance to put on that type of performance, man. I think he can get 2-3 big ones in this one. And of course, when you throw in the downtown, man, he can take those to the paint. Or if you throw him to the paint, man, he's going up top and he might go somewhere that everybody else can't go, man. He can come down with those things. So I definitely want to see GP if he has a chance to really get loose and do what he does best in this one. Let me check Miss Chat, make sure. Raiden Young said he's got Cincinnati 30-24. Okay, yeah, I definitely think Cincinnati's gonna win that game. I think offensively they're too powerful. Jacksonville's defense isn't anything special, and so yeah, I'm with you. See, moving on, Chicago at Detroit. Give me Detroit to get in the winning column, 28-17. Detroit dominated week 1 by the Packers. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad I got on that Packers train before the season started, man, because I had a good feeling about the Packers this year and Jordan Love taking another step and Tucker Kraft taking another step. I was chopping up with my dog Chop preseason, man. I told him look out for this boy for Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft, and they didn't disappoint. We'll get to that game when we recap the Thursday game. You know what? We should have. Y'all, we got to talking so much about Bud and Canelo, we forgot to recap the Thursday night game. See what y'all did? I'm putting that on y'all. RBT family. I'm putting that on y'all. Now we behind schedule. You see that? It's all good. It's all love. It's all good. But no, I definitely expect Detroit to get back on track. They got completely dominated by that Packers defense as well. Similar to what I talked about with the Bengals and the Browns, how their 3-headed monster on offense, Burrow, Chase, and Higgins got completely dominated and shut out. Detroit got dominated and shut out in that same fashion. I want to say week 1 against the Packers, where Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jared Goff, and both they got a 4-headed monster because those 2 running backs, Demo and Jahmyr Gibbs, dominated. I think combined rushing between those 2, I don't know if they cracked 50 yards combined. And then Jahmyr Gibbs, I think in that game had 10 catches for 30 yards. Come on, man. Dominated. And Amon-Ra and Jared Goff couldn't get much going either. So I definitely expect them to bounce back. The Chicago defense, they're a little hit and miss. They've got talent, but they're not necessarily a extremely stout unit, at least to this point. And then Chicago, we saw them, I want to say, what was that, last Monday night, in which they came out dominating the Vikings. Caleb Williams more or less falls apart the second half of that game, man. couldn't hit the wide side of a barn. His accuracy completely left him. And then honestly, they sit there and let the Vikings come back and completely take it over that game and win by multiple scores. And that's including a pick six that gets thrown by J.J. McCarthy. And they still came back and won this game by 2 scores. And so Chicago has to see about figuring it out. This is Ben Johnson's return home. I forgot about that. Ben Johnson goes back home to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Playing big bruh. He playing big bruh Dan Campbell in the game. You know what I mean? So he's going to know that team well. And so you know what? I hadn't thought about that until it just hit me right now. But I'm curious now. I'm extra curious now to see just how Chicago is able to take over or take advantage of some of these like player personnel and possible matchups because Ben Johnson is so intimately familiar with that Lions team, right? So maybe he can give an edge to his defense to play a game probably maybe better than they would on their own. And then also as far as his offense going against that defense that he probably tore up or torched in practice for the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? And so now is he able to exploit those things and give Chicago a backdoor chance, man, to go into Detroit and steal one? Maybe. It's an interesting storyline to say the least, but I'm still taking Detroit. I'm taking Jared Goff in the game to get back on track. What score did I put on there? 28-17 Detroit is where I'm going. Hold on. Who else in this thing, man? What's going on? Hold on. Hey, Braden said he don't think Dallas going to play good against the Giants? Come on, man. You think Russ and the Giants are going to put it on the Cowboys? The Cowboys put up damn near 30 on the Eagles. They probably would have got the 30 if CD Lamb could catch would have caught them passes. So no pass. Man, I don't know. You got to explain that one. You got the Giants winning this game, bro. Russell Wilson and Malik Neighbors and Cam Scatterbo. They're going to outduel. They're going to win a shootout against Dak, CD, and GP in the game. Come on, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know, big dog. RTC in the building. Long time, homeboy. What's going on? My dog RTC. Yeah, he a Chargers fan. Hey, I know you feeling good, man, getting that week 1 victory against Patty Mahomes in the game. And this might be y'all year, man. This has to be y'all year. This has to be y'all year, RTC. If the Chargers don't do it this year, man, I don't know if y'all going to get it done. Because the Broncos and Bo Nix, they coming as well. You know what I mean? So right now, I think y'all in the driver's seat of this division. If Justin Herbert can rise to the occasion, dog, he's been a guy. I've said this about Justin Herbert his whole career. And y'all know I've been on here talking for a long time. Justin Herbert is a guy, he's supremely talented. He's got the size of a Josh Allen. He's got the arm strength and arm talent of a Patrick Mahomes. He's got the athleticism. He can run. He's got all the tools, but he always feels like he comes up short or folds or crumbles in those biggest moments. You know what I mean? You can't be up 27-0 in the playoffs or 24. They took a 24-point lead at halftime in the playoffs against the weak-ass Jaguars, and that's a game you lose. There's no excuse. It cannot happen. You know what I mean? So is this the year that Justin Herbert finally, like I said, man, steps into that truly elite category and status that a lot of y'all been trying to put him in there for too early. He ain't did it, man. You got to do it with the lights on, bro. You got to do it with the lights on. I'm still waiting to see that. But that opening week 1 victory against Patty in the game, a down Chiefs team, right? But still an important victory, still an important monkey to try to get off his back. And so I'm curious to see if the Chargers, man, can keep it up. Raiden Young said he's going 28-10. Well, how you going to say Dallas ain't going to play good, but then you got the score 28-10 Dallas? What you talking? Come on, man. You threw me off. I thought maybe I read your comment wrong. My fault, Playboy. Derpy Entertainment in the building, man. Let me see what you're talking about. He said it's hilarious to him how the Bills fans think they're the best team in football when they lost 4 Super Bowls in a row and Mahomes is Allen's daddy. But he digresses. Hey, that's a little spicy, Derpy. That's a little spicy. Now, first off, we got to keep this in mind. Now, that was a long time ago. I mean, because you got to remember, when Buffalo was losing those 4 Super Bowls, the Cowboys was winning Super Bowls. Ain't neither one of those things happened in 30 years. Like we got to talk about today. Now, right now, today in 2025, what team are you putting above the Bills? I think realistically, the only team, and I'm gonna try to wait until like around week 4 before I start releasing like power rankings. I want to see the season kind of actually kind of settle in. So after that first quarter of the season, about 4 games in, I'll probably do a power ranking. But if I had to do one prematurely right now, who realistically can we put above Big Josh Allen and the Bills? The only team I think that jumps out right now would be the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles, because for one, they've earned that right, and that roster is that roster's loaded, right? They've got stars and studs on both sides of the field, offense and defense. Excuse me, hold on. Man, I'm still trying to shake this little cold. Y'all got to bear with me. But no, so if we're talking about the Bills, like who are we really putting above the Bills right now, bro? Like right now in 2025. You gotta remember now, Josh Allen wasn't alive when the Bills lost them 4 Super Bowls. Josh Allen wasn't even born yet. He wasn't a twinkle in his daddy's eye. You know what I'm saying? So that's a long time ago. If we talking 2025, they top 3 and they not 3. I think they top 3 and they not 3 just right now today. If you right now on the spot, I'd have to say, I say Eagles, Bills, Ravens. Eagles, Bills, Ravens would be the hierarchy of how I would start like a power ranking right now. So I think unless you're gonna say it's the Bills, then I don't know who else has an argument, Derpy. You gotta let me know, man. You gotta let me know. Let me see. Derpy said it pisses them off that they have Allen and they don't deserve him. They choke artists. I mean, hey, hold on now. Well, I don't think they Allen hasn't choked. Like even in those tough playoff losses, those historical playoff games, some of those games are all time. So the divisional round against the Chiefs, what was it, 3 years ago? The AFC Championship game, 2 years ago against the Chiefs. Like Allen has stepped up and made plays in all those games, and he's been let down either by Dawson Knox dropping a 40-yard pass in Kansas City when Spags sends a corner blitz right into Josh Allen's face on the short field or on the right hash line. He sends the short corner blitzing untouched to Josh Allen. Josh Allen stands there, throws a 40-yard dime to either Dawson Knox or Dalton Kincaid that should have put them in field goal range and should have won this game. He lays an egg, drops the ball, and Buffalo loses that game. I want to say three years ago in the game against Kansas City in Buffalo, where Big Josh throws a 60-yard shot up the right sideline, or maybe like a 40-yard shot up the right sideline to Stephon Diggs, one-on-one, and Diggs makes that play 99 out of 100 times. Well, this was the one time that he didn't make that play. And he drops a pass that also should have put them in scoring position to win that game. So Josh is, I can't say Josh is a choke artist, dog. I can't say that, man. He's shown up time and time again, and I think sometimes the other team performs better in some of those moments, and I think sometimes the guys around Josh lets him down. But Josh, in my mind, man, he steps up to the plate in all those moments, man. I can't agree with you there, man. I can't go. Josh a choke artist, man. I can't go there. Hey, Derpy, remind me, who's your team, bro? You gotta remind me who's your team, bro. RTC said the Chargers going 2-0. Look, I'm getting distracted. I'm gonna speed through some of these so we can get to the teams we want to talk about. New England at Miami. I'm going Miami in this game, but I didn't feel great about it. I think that Miami locker room is ready to implode. Tyreek Hill, I'm not sure he's going to be there at the trade deadline or after the trade deadline. And just depending on how bad it gets for Miami, the worse it gets for Miami, the better it gets for my Steelers. Because my Steelers are heavily interested in Tyreek Hill. There's been talks and rumors about that for months now. We got Jalen Ramsey. We got Jonnu Smith from that Dolphins team. Go ahead and make it a trifecta, man. Go ahead and go get Tyreek as well, old Mark Hine. Go ahead and do it. And so, honestly, I would prefer Miami lose this game. I hope Miami goes 0-6, so that way at the trade deadline, you know what I mean, they can make a move and make my Steelers and go snatch Tyreek. But be that as it may, I am going to go with Miami. New England offensively didn't quite show me what I wanted to see. I went with New England that first week because I like the potential of this defense. I think Christian Gonzalez is out this game. Christian Gonzalez is a top 5 corner in the league in my book, bro. And I think he's comfortably in that conversation for top 5. I'd have to think about it specifically, but I think he's out in this one as well. And then Drake May, just year two, right? And so I still need to see him show a little more. Now, this Dolphins defense isn't great. They got 30 ball week one against Danny Dimes, Daniel Jones, and the Colts. So I think this is a game in which Drake May and that Patriots offense should be able to get it going and maybe be competitive and score some points. But I'm not sure. And I think Miami is definitely has their back against the wall. Mike McDaniels is coaching for his life. And so he's got to find a way to put up some points. Tua, tag your mama. You're getting $55 million. You've got to be quite a bit better. Tyreek is frustrated to the gills. He's I think he's talking about it. He can't remember the last time he caught a 30-yard pass. And so there's a lot riding on this game for Miami. This is one of the games. It's going to be a long year for Miami. So you got to win the ones that are you got to win these ones. You at the crib, a younger, inexperienced Drake May come to your house. You got to find a way to get this done. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. 23-19 is where I'm going there. San Francisco at New Orleans, short and sweet. Give me the Niners, 24-19. That Niners team is decimated by injury yet again. Feels like this is a regular program for them. Every other year or every 2 years, they get completely obliterated by injuries. This year, not any different. Good news is they are playing a soft target in New Orleans, Spencer Rattler, and not much else, Chris Olave, for that Saints offense. That Saints defense, nothing special. I think San Francisco should be able to get this done just on talent and coaching. They just got the better team, and they damn sure got the better coach. Give me San Francisco 24-19. Now, speaking of Big Josh, this is the game of the week for your boy. This is the game of the week for your boy, man. Buffalo at the Jets. Game of the week. I'm taking Big Josh and the Buffalo Bills to get this done. I'm going 31-27. But Justin Fields and those Jets really showed me a lot in week one against my Steelers. And then also why I like this matchup for the Jets is because we saw how vulnerable to a successful running attack that the Bills defense is when you have a legitimate threat at quarterback. So I think Justin Fields and Breece Hall can mimic some of the things that gave the Bills problems last week against the Ravens with that dual threat quarterback and how that sets the table for the true running back Breece Hall. So to a lower level for sure, not to the level of Lamar and Derrick Henry. That's the top. That's the pinnacle. If we're talking about quarterback, running back, like running duos, it gets no better than Lamar and Derrick Henry. And then, right under them, we'll probably go Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley and et cetera, et cetera. Well, Justin Fields and Breece Hall, after 1 week of football, are right there in that mix, right? They right there in that mix, and they have that same ilk. And so they should be able to find similar success against a team that struggled the way they did in trying to slow down, stop, or maintain Lamar and Derrick Henry. So I do think the Jets, and being at home as well. They played damn good at home in that game against my Steelers, at least offensively, and then a couple bad breaks went our way, and we got out of there with a victory. We stole a victory from them. And much the same way that Buffalo had to steal a victory from Baltimore last week. So I definitely think that this is going to be fireworks. I can't wait to watch this one. I am giving the edge to Buffalo and Big Josh, 31-27. But this is a game for me. The Jets may start this season 0-2, and I'll tell you, I'm still depending on how they look. I'll still have hopes for them to have a successful season. Like they may start 0-2, and they still may finish this year 10-7 and threaten a playoff berth if they can maintain or build on what I saw from week one and how I anticipate they should be able to compete in this one. Sauce Gardner's probably going to be lining up with Keon Coleman. Sauce Gardner, I think, matched up with DK Metcalf. I think 30 out of 33 available snaps in week one. So Aaron Glenn comes over from Detroit, and he's going to let Sauce be a guy. He said, we gave you $30 million. I need to get my money's worth, bro. DK on 18, you locking up DK. So on Buffalo, Keon Coleman is a young guy, but he's their guy. I'm curious to see if they view him as that style of threat. Does Aaron Glenn dedicate Sauce Gardner to Keon Coleman, or does he think we don't necessarily have to give that type of attention to Keon Coleman until proven otherwise? But Keon Coleman had a big day against those Ravens. I think he went 8 for 112 and a touchdown. And so I'm anxious to see that matchup on a lot of levels. And I want to see Justin Fields duke it out with Jalen Allen, or excuse me. I want to see Justin Fields duke it out with Big Josh Allen for sure. And so I can't wait to see that one, man. That's my game of the week for sure. For sure. Let me check his chat to make sure I ain't lost. Hold on. Hey, Keandre said, Archie C, slow down on those charges. That was just 1 week. That was just week 1. NFL questionnaire back in the building, man. What's going on, big dog? I appreciate you, my boy. He said Steelers 30-3. You right on time. Because guess what? Steelers over the Seahawks. I got to look closer than that. I like your score better than mine, questionnaire. I like your score better than mine. 30-3 sounds damn good. I went 27-20 because my defense has me worried. I can't lie to you, man. My defense has me worried. I mean, we gave up 40 points. Excuse me. No. We didn't give up 40 points. We gave up 32 points to a Justin Fields offense. Justin Fields led offense, a guy that we were intimately familiar with. He started 6 games for us last week. And so for the defense to come out, some of the guys on defense to come out and say they felt unprepared for Justin Fields and what he has to offer and maybe in dealing with his speed, that was past surprising to say the least, but that was worrisome, right? And so now Sam Darnold isn't the athlete that Justin Fields is, but just yet and still just shows that all these new pieces on our defense, they still haven't worked out the kinks and communication issues. And so, until they get that going, then they fair game. Because when you get ran through like they did, I think the Jets ran for damn near 200 yards on us week 1. You know what I mean? And so Seattle is a team, their coach, what's his name? Mike McDonald, not McDaniels. Mike McDonald coming over from Baltimore. He definitely wants to run the ball. They've got Kenneth Walker III. They've got Zach Charbonnet. So they've got, 2 strong downhill runners on their team. Sam Darnold in that offense with Jackson Smith and Jigba being the primary guy in the slot. I expect that Jalen Ramsey is going to see him a lot because Jalen is kind of our do-it-all slot player right now. He's playing for us that star role that he played in Florida State, where he was half a safety, half a corner, primarily in the nickel, but he can go anywhere that we need him to. So I expect that maybe he'll see a lot of Jackson Smith and Jigba in the slot. Cooper Kupp on his last go round. See if he can find his groove. I hope he doesn't do it this week because he didn't do it last week as well. But I do have us winning this game. Revenge game for DK Metcalf. I'll take Pittsburgh. I'll take the good guys. 27-20 to get this done. But hey, questionnaire, I like where your head's at, man. I like where your head's at, questionnaire. 30-3 sounds good. 30-3 sounds damn good. And in this one, man, I want to see if DK's able to get off, man, against his old team. Everybody always gets a little fired up when you get to play, when you get to play your last team. You know what I mean? If you see your ex in the club, you want to make sure she see you buy a bottle, man. That's just how it go. If you see your ex in the club, if you wasn't getting a bottle that night, you might get one now. She got to see the sparklers at your table. You feel me? And so I want to see DK get loose in this one as well, man. I hope he has a big day and gets to, gets to work out against the Seahawks with Pittsburgh making our home opener. Let me see. Moving on. Cleveland on the road at Baltimore. Cleveland, this is a very winnable game for Cleveland as well. Most years, Cleveland plays Baltimore super tough. I mean, they do. Well, in this division, we all play each other tough. But Cleveland generally matches up very well with both Cincinnati and Baltimore. They really do. And so I think this is going to be a competitive game. I do think Baltimore is going to win this game. And I'll tell you what, if Baltimore, and especially that defense, and Derrick Henry, he plays a part in that game. He had a fantastic game. And I hate that we only remember the fumble because it was critical. And it probably was the biggest impediment to them finishing out that game. It just has to be said. But he played fantastic. If Baltimore would have won that, if Baltimore would have found a way to hold on and win that game against Buffalo, then like I may have called for the upset. I may have called for the upset, but I won't. But Baltimore getting their eye blacked in week 1 definitely puts them on high alert because they know that they're a team that's expected to win 13, 14 games. They can't let these go. They dropped one that they had in the bag against a quality opponent in Josh Allen. So they definitely are going to be primed and ready to go. They're not looking past this Cleveland offense and as poor as they are with Joe Flacco and Jerry Jeudy giving the ball to the other team. And so I think they're going to be on full tilt. And then also, but Cleveland in this defense, man, Myles Garrett, he's going to be a problem. He's going to be a problem. Mason Graham, the young guy, Isaiah McGuire, the guy at the other end that I like. I want to say he came from Missouri as well, man. I want to say he played at Mizzou, man. I see you, Mo. You feel me? And then, of course, Denzel Ward, still a top 5 corner in this league, if you ask me. I might have 7 guys in the top 5 if I'm just talking. If y'all make me think about it, I'll tell the truth. but he's a guy that's a top 5 guy for me since he's been in the league. I liked him a lot coming out of Ohio State. And just the rest of that defense, man, Greg Newsom's no slouch, right? They've got talent and ability at all levels on that Cleveland Browns defense. But the biggest thing is just, can that offense put up any points, any meaningful points to keep that defense fresh, for one, because don't let them wear down, because you can't have 3 and outs in this game and let Baltimore just steamroll you and build momentum, and then that defense tires out. And so in the second half, they just don't have anything in the tank. That's always got to be a concern. But I do think Cleveland can keep this competitive or close. I don't know if they'll ever fully take control or take the lead in this game, but I think that defense is stout enough to keep them in it. And if Cleveland can find a way, if Joe Flacco can find a way, if Jerry Jeudy can redeem himself and find a way, if they can get that young running game going with Dylan Sampson. I'm not sure if Quinshon Judkins, the top running back draft pick from Ohio State, I know they signed him late because he was dealing with legal issues. I know he didn't play week 1, of course. I'm not sure whether or not he's going to get to go in this game, but if they need all hands on deck, and so I'm curious to see that. They got a talented tight end room in Cleveland as well. And so this is a game Cleveland has a shot in this one, man. Cleveland definitely has a shot in this one. Like I said, they always play on well, but I am giving the edge to MVP Lamar, 23-20. Let me see. Let me check my chat real quick. Hold on. Let me see. I'm just catching up on this chat real good, man. I don't know what's going on with my streaming site, man. It's not syncing y'all's chat to my screen, but I don't want to leave y'all behind. Questionnaire said he put a power ranking out there for me. Eagles 1, Bills 2, Ravens 3, Chargers 4, Chiefs 5, and Steelers 6. I don't know if the Chiefs can be 5 off an L, and that wasn't an impressive L. Like, I mean, and I say that because how many L's are impressive, right? I'm not saying that a loss is a loss, but not all losses are equal, just like not all wins are equal. The Chiefs, I don't think, are a top 5 team coming off the way they lost to the Chargers. Like, that wasn't like the Jets lost to the Steelers, and for lack of a better word, I'll say that was a more impressive loss than what I saw from the Chiefs and the Chargers. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I can. I think we gotta look past the name of Patrick Mahomes and look at the game of the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't see how we see the Chiefs losing that week 1 game and say they're a top 5 team in the league right now. I can't do that. Where's the NFL questionnaire? You tripping, bro? Where are the Packers? The Packers are definitely in my top 5 right now. Okay, so right now, like your top 3 or my top 3 as well. Eagles, Bills, Baltimore. And then for me, number 4, I'm going Packers. I'm going Packers 4, bro. I'm going Packers 4, no question. And then 5, I think 5, I can entertain the Chargers at 5. I'm not gonna hate. I can entertain the Chargers at 5. I don't think it's concrete. I would give a little more thought, just kind of, if I'm trying to just circle my bases really quick to just make sure I'm not forgetting anyone. I don't hate the Chargers at 5, but the Packers are at 4. You gotta put the Packers at there at 4. For sure, bro. For sure. Hey, think about it. Let me know, questionnaire. Hey, Raiden Young said that he called it out as well, so you wouldn't put the Packers in that top 5? Exactly. Hey, good call out. That's exactly what I was thinking, bro. Ain't no way we leaving the Packers out. Ain't no way. And he said, yeah, the Bills are tough for sure. NFL questionnaire said Tyreek might go to jail. Nah, man, not till after the season. Nah. Hey, man. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, questionnaire. I need him on my Steelers to complete A-Rod's revenge. This is A-Rod's revenge tour. All right? A-Rod out here looking for revenge. All right? He's on his Tom Brady right now. He's on his TB12. TB went to Tampa and had to remind y'all who y'all was talking to. Tom Brady had to go to Tampa to remind y'all who y'all talking to. A-Rod said, hold on, y'all got me messed up, Playboy. A-Rod had to go to Pittsburgh. You feel me? And remind y'all who y'all talking to, man. So I need Tyreek in Pittsburgh to complete A-Rod's revenge, man. Let Tyreek go to jail after that. You know what I mean? Let him go to jail after that. I don't want him to go to jail. I don't want to say that. I don't want nobody to go to jail. I want very few to go to jail. I don't know what he did. Depending on what he did. But I don't want him to go to jail. I damn sure don't want him to go to jail if there's a chance he can end up in Pittsburgh. You feel me? But yeah, let me see. Questionnaire gave me a score. He said he's got the Patriots pulling the upset, or pulling the, I'm not even gonna call it upset. He's got the Patriots beating the Dolphins 23-13. He's got the Niners beating the Saints in a very low scoring tight game, 10-7. I like that score questionnaire. I do. I like that, man. I like that I like that take. I like that take because that Niners team is pretty beat up, especially offensively. That Saints team doesn't have a lot going for itself, but they are at home, right? The West Coast team flying all the way across the country to play on the East Coast. That Saints dome is still a very tough place to play, right? And they still do have some scrappy guys on that defense, and so I like that score questionnaire. He's got the Niners 10-7 in a slugfest, in a defensive slugfest. He's going Bills 30-20 over the Jets. I can see that as well. My score is similar to that. Only thing is I gave the Jets another touchdown. That's the only difference for me. I gave the Jets another touchdown because I think my score was 31-27, but I can see 30-20. I can see that. I can see that for sure. Hey, Keandre said he'll personally pay the bail to get him back to Kansas City. Look here, man. Look, y'all had y'all chance, Keandre. Y'all had y'all chance. Y'all had them. You had them for 4 years. It's somebody else's turn. All right? It's somebody else's turn, man. Pittsburgh, it's our turn. It's our chance. It's our time. All right? And y'all ain't got no money. Y'all ain't got no money, man. Y'all money's tied up. His contract's still $30 million a year. Y'all can't pay him. I think we still got room. I think we still got room to get him in Pittsburgh, man. Let me see. Sis in the building, she said she's going with the Big Nation business. She said she's taking that nation, man. 27-17. Let's go. Let's get it. 27-17, the nation way. That way. That way. You heard what she said. 27-17. That way. The nation way. You heard what she said because it's still Big Nation business. I feel you. I appreciate you. Let me see. Oh, Stockton Mapper said my Chargers will cook the Raiders 27-7 or 24-7. Yeah, we're gonna get to that one as well. That's gonna be a good game as well. That's gonna be a good game, though, Stockton Mapping. That's gonna be a good game. We're gonna talk about it. Raiders said he's got 24-10, Miami over the Pats. Questionnaire said the Ravens gonna show out. Questionnaire said Baltimore wins big 45-6. Man, questionnaire, I wish I could put that on the board, dog. My chat. Hey, hold on the chat. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. We might got action. Some of the chat's coming through. Okay, I'm going to try to put it up there. Some of the chat's coming through now. So I don't know if maybe it's going to kick in now. I don't know what the problem was, but I just seen that these random comments came through, man. So I'll put them on the board and hopefully the sync goes through or whatever, and it'll pick up going forward. But 45-6 questionnaire. That's a big one. And you know what? When it's the Browns, I can't put anything past the Browns. So the Browns going out there, getting spanked, a motivated Ravens team for sure. Because the Ravens got egg on their face, man. You can't lose that game. You can't be up 15 with an MVP, multiple-time MVP in Lamar Jackson, with an all-time rusher. Derrick Henry's the top 10 rusher of all time now, man. I think he submitted himself in that style of conversation as an all-time great back. He's top 10. And he's clowning. He went for down near 200. He averaged 9.5 yards a carry. 10 yards is the first down. Every time Derrick Henry touched the ball, he got 9.5. So in that type of performance, up 15 in the fourth quarter with less than 5 minutes, you cannot lose that game. So Baltimore is going to be pissed off. So they going to come out there with something on their mind. Now, can they run off on the Browns like that? That Browns defense that just always plays them so tough? Man, I don't know. But at the same time, I'm not going to ever put it past the Browns to go out there and piss the bed and get smoked. And so 45-6, hey, man, that's a strong one. Hey, I can't wait to see the score of that game, questionnaire, to see, man, you might be on to something. Raiden Young said he's got 28-17 Saints over Niners. Okay. You got Spencer Rattler in that Saints offense putting up 28 points on that Niners defense. They still got Fred Warner. They still got Nick Bosa. Come on, bro. I don't know, Playboy. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Raiden Young said he's also got the Bills 30-14 over the Jets. I'm not going to lie, man. I think the Jets, because I think that, like, the blueprint that your Ravens just set on those Bills, the Jets are one of the few teams that can follow that same blueprint, where they can dominate that game in the RPO. Justin Fields and Breece Hall. You know what I mean? Punishing those guys if they make the wrong choice on that at the mesh point. You know what I mean? You bite down on Breece Hall, Justin Fields can give you 60. You know what I'm saying? You play it soft and you back off of Hall and you play Justin Fields. Breece Hall can give you 60. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this one shapes up for the Jets to play well. I do think the Bills are obviously the more talented team, but I think the Jets have a fighting chance in this one, man, to make it competitive for sure. Brady Young said 28-21 Steelers. He said, depending on how Aaron looked, hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. If we can keep Aaron standing up, I ain't got no worries about A-Rod. Hey, A-Ryan, I ain't got no worries about A-Ryan. If we can protect them, that's the thing about it. That Mike McDonald defense, like I said, coming over from Baltimore, the pressure that they're able to generate, that definitely has me concerned. But if we can find a way to keep Aaron standing up for the majority of the game, like we did against the Jets, he'll deliver. Or if week one is any indication, then he'll deliver. And then DK is fired up to stick it to his ex-boo. And then y'all know A-Ryan, he's King Petty. Ryan and DK probably been talking all week like, bro, I hope you ready to work. You're going to get 20 targets this game, Playboy. I'm going to let you do your thing, man. I'm going to let you do your thing. So I think Ryan and DK got something in store for these Seahawks for sure. Ooh, Raiden Young said they finna blow the doors off Cleveland. He's going 40-10. Hey man, hey, maybe y'all might. Hey, let me get out. I'm gonna get out y'all business. Let me get a sip of my drink. That ain't my business. I'm minding my business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. 40-10. Hey, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm gonna see if y'all right. Myles Garrett might got something to say about that now. Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward might got something to say about that now. That's all I'm gonna tell you. And y'all lucky JOK ain't in. JOK is a bad boy, man. I hate that he got injured. I hope this isn't the end of his career. Yeah, Raiders said, yeah, the Packers definitely top 5. Wait, whoa. He said Raiden's back hurt. Aaron's back hurt. Oh, from carrying the team? Okay, because not a physical injury. He definitely is heavy lifting last week. His back definitely hurt from last week. I feel you. I ain't gonna lie. But the good thing is, he got big shoulders. You know what I'm saying? He got big shoulders. He been here before. You know what I'm saying? He been here before. He seen what was going on. He said, damn, my defense got TJ Watt. My defense got Jalen Ramsey. My defense got Cam Hayward. My defense got Darius Slay. Why are they scoring so many points? And he said, you know what? Don't even trip. Now you know I wouldn't trip. That's what A-Rod said. Now you know I wouldn't trip. Go ahead. I got it. I've been here before. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He built for it. Yeah, he built for it. My dog Tom said Texans to round off the top 5. Boy, you crazy. Not the way y'all went out there and laid that in. I was riding with you week 1. Dog, against the Rams. Matt Stafford back really hurt. He been injured all season. I thought that defense would cause him more trouble. I definitely thought that pass rush would maybe impose its will, especially on Stafford, who's been beat up all season. And y'all couldn't come through. CJ, man, I know we talked about it week 1. You called me crazy when I told you Jaden Daniels clears CJ Stroud. And I understand you had to ride with your guy, but I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't like how he's holding on to the ball, bro. I feel like he's holding on to the ball a lot of times. Like I don't know. I think there's something going on in that Texas offense. They still are beat up. The receiver room is still beat up. Nico Collins absolutely shut down. I think he had 3 for 25 against the Rams, and so your Texas got a ways to go. Sister, she's taking San Francisco 17-10 over the Saints, and she said, "Give it up, Tom." Hey, Tom said, y'all gonna see by the end of the year. Hey, Keandre said they're gonna start a GoFundMe to bring Tyreek back to Kansas City. I'm not sure he wants to go back to Kansas City, though. That's the thing. Like, I'm not sure he wants to go back. He still remembers the way y'all talked about him when he left. He remembers how y'all talked about him when he left, man. So I don't know if he wants to go back. You know what Tyreek in Kansas City reminds me of? It makes me think about Kyrie and LeBron in Cleveland, where like Tyreek is definitely Kyrie, but Kyrie was like, man, hold on, man. I'm getting buckets. I'm dropping 30. I made that game-winning shot against Golden State. I crossed over. You know what I'm saying? I saw stuff Steph and hit that dagger. That was me. Like LeBron's LeBron, but no, bro, I'm a guy. I'm Kyrie. Like it felt like that Tyreek Patty tension reminded me of that. And I think that Tyreek kind of felt that way. And especially when it was time to get paid, like, man, I'm not taking secondhand money because y'all want to pay LeBron. Like, yeah, no, pay LeBron, but pay me. I'm not taking those shorts. I'm Kyrie. You know what I mean? And so I don't know how eager he is to get back. And then, of course, when he left, y'all talked about him like y'all never needed him. And we've seen that offense has never been the same. Every year it's got progressively less explosive because they've never been able to recreate that element that he gave that offense. And so I don't know if he's eager to get back, bro. I don't know if he's eager to get back. Let me see what my chat talking about. Man, I don't know what's going on with the chat, y'all. Like these 1, 2, 3, 4 comments populated, but it's still not syncing the rest of the comments, y'all. So I'm gonna see what's going on, man. But we in this thing for sure. Hold on. Let me see what we're talking about. Hey, Raiden said facts. Losing that game makes them nervous down the stretch for the Ravens, especially against our division. Man, yeah, because all these division games, man, you know, man, that AFC North beat up on each other, bro. Like, this AFC North beat up on each other, bro. Like, the Browns only win 4 games a year. 2 of them come against the Bengals and the Ravens. They find a way to beat the Bengals and the Ravens every year. One, they find a way to split. You know I love you. See, I left my Steelers out. Because we, you know what I'm saying? We sweep I think the last 40 games we've played against Cleveland, I think we've won like 38 of them. Or no, excuse me, like 32 of them. I think we like 32-8 against the Browns, like the last 10 years. Whatever. No, maybe not that much. Okay, whatever. The point being that we've generally kept the Browns in check, but the Browns damn sure always played the Ravens and the Bengals tough. Like I said, they only win 4 or 5 games a year, and 2 of those dubs normally come against one from the Bengals and one from the Browns for sure. Hey, Todd said Jaden didn't look any better last week, so stop. He looked better than CJ Stroud. And also keep in mind though, like because the Rams do have a solid defense. They've got a solid young defense. I really like Jared Verse. Jared Verse is a guy that I think he could be a dark horse defensive player of the year type of guy if he takes a step forward this year, like I think he can. And then especially like in his future, I could definitely see him being a defensive player of the year caliber player. Braden Fisk is a exciting, penetrating guy on that defensive line who should be a guy that's going to threaten 10 sacks, maybe not as stout against the run for sure, but definitely going to be a guy that can get after your quarterback on the inside. I like that defense on a lot of levels. I like Cameron Curl. He was my top safety, or not Cameron Curl. Yeah, Cameron Curl. I like him on that defense in the back end as well. I definitely think they still need help at the linebacker and corner spot, but that defensive front and that safety room, I really like a lot. But no, Jaden Daniels is still performing better than CJ Stroud, bro. Jaden Daniels is still performing better than CJ Stroud, broski. I got CJ Stroud. We got to call a spade a spade. Tom says it's a brand new offense. No, this is true. That's true as well. My dog Miles is slid in the building, man. He said if he goes back to Kansas City, he's gonna get him another ring. I don't think he wants to go back, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like I think it feels like, and he may. I mean, I don't know. And maybe my Pittsburgh bias is speaking to me, but in my mind, man, it feels like there's a lot of water under that bridge. And I don't know if he necessarily wants to like go back and like I just don't know if he's decided to go back there. Like so I just feel like there's a lot of water under those bridges, man. A lot of things been said, especially with that fan base. Y'all made it difficult to go back. Like don't come back begging now, man. Y'all told them to go on in. Take your funky ass to Miami then. That's what y'all said. That's what y'all said. Now y'all want them back. Oh man, we didn't really mean it, man. Come on, man. Come on back home. Come on, man. That's how y'all sound right now. Stand on that what y'all said. Oh, man, I got to keep moving, too. We getting distracted. Denver, on the road at Indy. I went back and forth on this game, man. Indy looked damn good that week 1 against Miami, but I kept in mind it is still Miami. They spanked those guys, 33-8. Danny Dimes out there looking like a Pro Bowler. This Denver defense is a different animal, all right? And so I definitely think this defense is going to have much more of a say on this game. Patrick Surtain, your reigning defensive player of the year. They got 2 talented pass rushers, Nick Bonito and Jonathan Cooper. Shout out to my dog Coop. And Jonathan Cooper off those edges. They've got a talented guy, Zach Allen, on that defensive line. I like their linebackers. They bring over Dre Greenlaw. They got Talanoia, who found you. safety they brought over from the Niners. My dog Chop was a big Talanonim who found you guy. Y'all can't say his name either, man. I don't want to hear it. Talanonim who found you. All right. He's over on that defense now, or that Broncos defense now. So I think that Broncos defense definitely is going to have something to say in this game. And I think Bo Nix had a rough week 1 outing for sure. I think Sean Payton definitely got in his ass. But I definitely think that they'll settle back down. They'll get back to the drawing board, play within yourself. Sean Payton don't need you to do nothing extra. Sean said, I took care of everything. All you got to do is be on time with where I tell you to go. Let Bo Nix get back to that, and I think they'll find a way to win this game. I got them going on the road and getting it done 24-21. Let me check this chat, make sure I ain't lost nothing. Let me see. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Hold on. Excuse me. My goodness. Okay, look. The chat's back out. I don't know why it picked up those random 4 comments, but it's back out, so I'm going to save the screen space until it shows me it's working again. But let me catch back up on this chat. Let's see. Let me see. Raiden says he agrees if he goes back. Raiden. And y'all think Tyreek Hill is going to elevate the Chiefs team that we've seen? He's going to elevate them above the Bills, above the Eagles, and above the Ravens? Tyreek makes the Kansas City Chiefs the number 1 team in the league is what y'all saying right now? Because I still don't think so, man. I still don't see it. They're still, that offensive line is still poor. They've got 2 studs on the inside. They've got a top 2 center in Creed Humphrey, and they've got a top 3 guard in Trey Smith. But both tackles are weak. Juwan Taylor is stealing money, for one. And then Justin Simmons, he's going to be nice. I have every thought that he's going to be solid, and he's going to get better as the year progresses. But week 1 against the Chargers was a rough day for him. And we talked about that on the show as well. One of the things I talked about in the keys to that game was how's he going to do against Khalil Mack? You know what I mean? And it wasn't pretty. And so until he figures it out, they're still susceptible to teams that can get after the passer, and they don't have a running game. Isaiah Pacheco is 3.5 yards in a cloud of dust. Kareem Hunt is out of gas. You know what I mean? He only had a quarter tank last season. You know what I mean? And he exhausted that by season's end. So you don't have anybody dynamic in that run game. And then offensively, you've got Hollywood Brown and others, right? Rashee Rice is missing for 6 weeks, or he's got 5 more weeks on his suspension. Xavier Worthy, he got his shoulder dislocated, or he got knocked out by Travis Kelce. He's out for another 3 weeks, right? And so I don't know if you just drop Tyreek Hill in this offense and now it's 2018 again. Like, I don't know, man. I don't think Tyreek puts them above the Ravens. I still don't think he puts them above the Ravens. And honestly, I don't think he puts them above Big Josh and those Bills from what we've seen as well to this point. And honestly, I mean, I don't know. I think that's maybe y'all. I think y'all might be a little too in love with the Pat. Look, man, she left. She left you, bro. All right, don't try to get her back now. She left. You don't come after a 6-year breakup. You don't start back. You don't pick back up in 2018 where we left off. No. There's a lot of water under that bridge. Nobody's the same. Everybody's gained a little weight. Everybody's lost a little hair. You know what I mean? It's not the same. All right? I don't know. I don't see it. Let me see here. Miles said we didn't even talk about him crazy. He went with the money. All parties knew it was a money decision. But maybe you didn't talk about him crazy. But man, I know some of these Chop fans too. My dog Hoppy, my dog Zoe. There's a lot of these Chiefs fans that went crazy on Tyreek, much the same way that y'all Chiefs fans did against Tony Gonzalez. Tony Gonzalez gave y'all 15 years of all-time excellence, and he had to play through. And see, this is the thing about it as well, because a lot of y'all Chiefs fans, y'all only been here since 2018. Y'all don't even remember these teams. Y'all don't remember Trent Green and Elvis Gerback. You know what I mean? Y'all don't remember Tony Gonzalez being an all-time Hall of Fame, the GOAT was tight end with Elvis Gerback throwing the ball with Brady Croyle. Tony Gonzalez built a Hall of Fame career catching passes from guys like Brady Croyle, Trent Green, Elvis Gerback. He caught a little bit of, I think he might have caught a season or two at Alex Smith. Most y'all Chiefs fans don't even know those days, man, because y'all wasn't even around. Y'all didn't get there till 2018. But that's another story. I'm going to let y'all live. But nah, man, it was a lot of spicy talk, man. It was a lot of spicy talk from a lot of this Chiefs, these Chiefs fans, man. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. And he had some words as well, you know what I mean, when he left. But yeah, we will see. We'll see. Carolina on the road at Arizona. Give me the Cardinals 21-16 in this one. I'm not going to waste no time. It's not a game that makes anybody excited. I do want to see if Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison Jr. can continue to build their rapport and get a good connection going. I want to see Bryce Young, if he's able to continue and build and get something going with Ted McMillan. You know, two talented young receivers with with offenses still trying to find their way. So I'm interested to see that. Now, moving on to the team of the conversation right now, Philadelphia on the road to Kansas City. Is this a must-win game for Kansas City? All right. Can Kansas City go down 0-2 and realistically have a chance at this division? Because the Chargers are on the rise. The Broncos are on the rise. I think both the Chargers and the Broncos get victories today, which would take both those teams to 2-0. And so and then also the Raiders. We haven't talked about the Raiders game, right? Because the Raiders are going to play the Chargers. Okay, maybe I just spoiled it. But I do have the Chargers and the Broncos moving to 2-0 today. And so now, can Kansas City keep pace if they start the year 0-2? Because I don't see any light at the end of this tunnel. What about this team is going to change? Rashee Rice will be back after 6 weeks. Okay, yeah, cool. And he's definitely going to be add a spark, a much-needed spark, and some much-needed consistency to this offense. But I'm not going to confuse Rashee Rice with A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's not coming back to this offense. I'm not going to confuse Rashee Rice with Nico Collins, who performed poorly week one. But I think at his best, I think he's a guy who's in that top 5 conversation. I'm not going to confuse Rashee Rice for him. I'm not going to confuse him for Justin Jefferson. I'm not going to confuse him for Jamar Chase. Right? I'm not going to confuse him for CeeDee Lamb. So he is going to give a boost to this offense, but I'm going to keep it in perspective. So things will smooth out, I think, once he gets back. But then also when he gets back, he's going to be rusty. He's got to shake off his rust. He's going to have 6 weeks of rust from sitting down. And so now maybe he needs another 2 weeks to get himself even going. How long till he gets into game shape? Because anybody who play football knows now, man, you can't get into game shape by foot. In football, you got to play football to get into game shape. All the 2 days not a practice in the world, you get in shape, ain't nothing that can prepare you for game shape, bro. You got to play this game to get in shape. You got to play this game to get in shape. Your body has to build them calluses. You got to take them early licks to get your skin tough again. You know what I mean? 6 weeks sitting at home, you know what I'm saying, with your shea butter on. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. So I don't expect Ray Rice to come back and set this offense on fire. I do think they'll improve for sure. But I don't expect them to come back and set this offense on fire. So if they go down, man, 0-2, I mean, this is a very difficult position that the Chiefs are in. I am going with the more talented team, the Philadelphia Eagles. For my money, the best team in football. I'm giving this one to them on the road, 28-20 in a Super Bowl rematch. I see no reason to think that Kansas City is going to perform any better in this matchup than they did against last year's Super Bowl team. There may be a worse team. They may be a worse team than they were this time last year in the Super Bowl. Because now Joe Tooney's gone. I'm not going to hear that you're a better team without Joe Tooney. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I don't know. 20 point. I don't know. That's going to be a hard 20. I gave the Chiefs 20 on the strength of Patty. Patty's going to find a way to get in his zone, get Harrison Buckner a chance to kick a couple field goals. So I got a 28-20, man, but I think this is a game in which Philly is probably more or less in firm control, if I'm being honest. Okay, wait, comments pop back up. We got some comments back up. Let me see where we at. Here you go. Here you go. Of course, the chat will work with Keandre's talking spicy. He said, this is what we need, the KC hate. Is that what it is, cuz? Is that what it is? Because, see, I tried to ride with y'all week one, and y'all pissed on y'allselves against Justin Herbert and the Chargers. I tried to ride with y'all week one. I tried to ride with y'all, so maybe I jinxed y'all, man. Maybe that's what it was. So maybe I got to get back on the other side of the line so y'all can play. All right, hey, we're going to put it to the test. I think Philly going to get in that ass today. So we'll put it to the test, man. Maybe I'm the jinx for your Chiefs fans, man. We'll see today. We'll see today. Hey, he said, K-Say don't remember and don't mention DT. DT, hold on. Are you talking about Derek Thomas or what are you talking about? Don't do it. You can't say you don't remember and don't mention DT. DT. You talking? Man, Keandre, I lost my train of thought, bro. You might have to remind me what you talking about. Because the only DT I think, when you say DT in Kansas City, I think Derek Thomas. But we ain't talking about Derek Thomas. I'm lost. So you got to remind me who you talking about, bro. But I'm going Philly in this one, man. 28-20. I don't think it's going to be particularly close, to tell you the truth. Oh, man, I know that ain't my dog. I know that ain't my dog. I reckon back in the building. Come on, man. What's going on, big dog? What's going on, man? Hey, welcome. You know what I mean? Sit down, relax, enjoy yourself. I appreciate you coming through. Hey, he came in spicy. He said Philly definitely putting belt to ass, man. He said Philly definitely putting belt to ass on those Chiefs. Man, I wish my chat's messing up, bro. I can't put it, like all the comments aren't coming through. They aren't syncing, bro. So I can't even put your comment on the board. But I see it in the chat on YouTube, but my stream software is not syncing. It didn't catch that comment. But I'll read it for you though. My dog Peggy, he said Philly definitely putting belt to ass today. Give me a score. Give me what type of score? When you say BTA, that sounds one-sided, man. That sounds one-sided when you say BTA. Give me a score. Because that sounds ugly. I got it 28-20 respectfully. You know what I mean? I got a respectful 28-20. You know what I mean? Patty still Patty. Andy Reid still Andy Reid. They're gonna find a way to touch paint. And they are at the crib. They're at home. I think that also is gonna play a part in this. They are at home. It's a very tough stadium to play in, that Chiefs Stadium. They're going to be fired up. They also looking for get back. They got motivation similar to the Ravens, how the Ravens got embarrassed week 1, and they coming out there looking for revenge in week 2. The Chiefs are also feeling that type of pressure as well because they also want to remind everybody, like, hold on, man, y'all getting disrespectful. Y'all acting like y'all forgot who we are. Y'all forgot what we did to this league. And now they at home, they season opener, Super Bowl revenge party, you know what I mean, at their crib now. So I do think Kansas City is going to come out fired up. But I think at the end of the day, man, Philadelphia is just supremely talented, clearly, on both sides of the ball. I think everywhere except quarterback, you would take the Eagles. Everywhere except quarterback, you'll take the Eagles. I'll take Jalen Carter over Chris Jones. Right now, Chris Jones is getting a little older. You know what I mean? Jalen Carter's just stepping into his prime. Or even if I don't take him over him, it's like that's an even battle for me. You know what I mean? Like that's not a wash. That's an even matchup. That's 2 heavyweights. You know what I mean? So I'm not even gonna give him the edge there. And then linebacker for linebacker, Zach Bond is a stud, man. He solidified himself. He's a stud, all pro. And so, and I like the young guy, Jahad Campbell. I don't know how he keeps doing this shit, doing that stuff. They let him steal Jalen Carter, they let him steal Jahad Campbell, they let him steal Quinyon Mitchell. This team is loaded on all levels. And so on all levels, I think they compare offensively for sure. It's clearly one-sided offensively. Outside of Pat, they smoke across the board. Offensive line, receiver core, running backs, they smoke across the board, right? And then defensively, they're just as good or arguably better. Because I'll take Jalen Carter in that front up against Chris Jones in that Chiefs front. I'll take it. I'll take Zach Bond and a young Jahad Campbell up against Nick Bolton. And, man, who's my dog over there for the Chiefs linebackers that I like, man? Hey, Miles, if you ain't here, dog, I'm blanking on his name, man. The white linebacker for the Chiefs I like, dog. Not Tranquil, but the other one. I can't even remember my dog's name. He reminds me of Mike Vrabel from the Patriots. Because he's got that tweener build. He's like 6'4", 250. Like he look like he could play edge, but what's his name? Miles, help me out, dog. All right, Keandre, you in here, bro? Who's the other linebacker? Not Bolton, not Tranquil, not Drew Tranquil, the other one. That's my dog. That's my favorite backer over there, man. I really like his game. I can't think of his name, man. Y'all gotta help me out. But anyway, I say all that to say the Eagles linebackers I feel just as good about. And then the secondary, I'm going Eagles. Because Trent McDuffie's nice, but he's a slot guy. I think Kansas City asked him to play outside himself a little bit by playing him on the outside. And on the outside, he's not a dominant outside corner. and he's not meant to be. He wasn't at Washington when he was coming into the league. He's a guy that belongs in the slot, and so he is vulnerable or susceptible to tier 1 receivers on the outside. But on the inside is where he really gets busy. But I'll still take Quinyon Mitchell over. I'll take Quinyon Mitchell. I'll take Cooper DeJean because he got a little sauce. You feel me? I'll take Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell over Trent McDuffie and other guy. You know what I'm saying? And I like the safeties, the young safeties that the Eagles have as well. And then Blankenship as well is a very solid guy. So, man, I think Philly on all levels, outside of quarterback, if there's 22 positions, it's 1 to 21. Every other position can go to the Chiefs or can go to the Eagles or be a draw. You know what I'm saying? So, but let me see. Ooh! Let me see. My dog said 35-17 Philly. 35-17 Philly is strong, man. 35-17 Philly is strong. But honestly, I don't think it's outlandish. I don't think it's crazy. I think I got it 28-20 respectfully because of just giving respect to who Patty is, who Andy Reid is, and they at home. They motivated. You know what I mean? They might have another extra juice. You know what I mean? So, but I wouldn't be surprised. He said T1 Karlaftis is going to do work. Boy, you was just trying to give Karlaftis away last week. You was so right. Boy, you couldn't wait to give Karlaftis away last week when y'all thought you had a chance at Michael Parsons. Don't call him tier 1 now. But no, Karlaftis don't want none of that smoke with Lane Johnson. Karlaftis don't want none of that smoke with not Panay Sewell, with Jordan Mailata. That Eagles offensive line. Karlaftis don't want none of that smoke. He don't want to see Lane Johnson one-on-one outside. He can't dance with Lane Johnson. He can't dance with Jordan Mailata. Come on, man. And Chris Jones can't do it by himself. Chris Jones can't do it by himself. I think it's a bad matchup, man. Just matchup, that's a bad matchup. But we'll see. This is why we play the games on Sunday. Let me see. Sunday night's game, Atlanta on the road at Minnesota. Give me Minnesota 27-24. I like Michael Penix. I liked him a lot coming into the draft. He was my QB4. I had him over Drake May. I had him over Bo Nix. I wasn't as high on either of those guys as everybody else was, but I had him right there at number 4 for sure for me. And I want to see him keep building the rapport with Drake London, see him keep it going with Kyle Pitts as well. And I think they have something building there. Bijan, right? Bijan continue to take that next step and really put himself in that room with Saquon, with Derrick Henry. Where I think Jahmyr Gibbs is. For me, I think Jahmyr Gibbs is in that room. You know what I mean? I want to see Bijan fully step into that. And I think this season to be the season that tells that story. And then Minnesota, a rough start by J.J. McCarthy. He throws a pick 6, and then he comes out in that second half. He threw some darts now, and he made enough plays and in that defense as well, and they got this done. I think them being at home Sunday night is going to get them a little juice, and I am going to go take the home team in this one 27-3. Generally speaking, though, the home team gets 3 points, generally speaking. So this, for me, is essentially a toss-up game. I'll give the 3 to Minnesota for being at home, but this, for me, when I take a home team by 3, that's essentially more times than not, I see it as a toss-up, and I'm giving the edge to the home team is how I normally look at that. So I'm going Minnesota 27-24. 2 young quarterbacks, man, duking this one out. 2 young second-year guys, both of them inexperienced. Penix in his second year, but I think he only started the last 4 or 5 games of the year. J.J. McCarthy in his second year took a red shirt year last year with an injury, and so but still a guy who doesn't have a lot of starts under his career, so they're both still pretty inexperienced in second year, but talented second year guys for sure. And so, no, I had Michael Penix 3 last year, and I had J.J. McCarthy 4. So, yeah, that's how I had it. I had Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix 3, J.J. McCarthy 4, and then Nick May and Nix is how I rate the quarterbacks coming in 2 years ago now. Here we go, my dog Terrible Time, man. My dog Terrible Time holding it down for them Texans. I rode with you last week, man. I rode with your Texans last week going to L.A. You let me down. And now you got Big Baker Mayfield, man. Y'all know how I feel about Big Baker Mayfield, man. Big Bake don't play no games, man. I'm taking Big Baker Mayfield on the road in Houston on Monday night. Excuse me. On Monday night to make enough plays to get this done. I'm going 23-21. I think this is going to be a competitive game. I definitely expect the Texans defense to play better in this one And I definitely think that they have the tools in place to make this a very difficult game for Baker Mayfield in that offense, right? So Derek Stingley, he's gonna handle or match up against Mike Evans when it's time to. He's gonna also be able to put in some work on the young Emeka Ibuka when it's time to, right? Bucky Irvin, I think he may have a tough time finding running lanes against that defensive line with those two anchors on the edge, Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter, right? Those linebackers, Aziz, boom, boom, boom. Tom, you can let me know his name. Aziz, how's your mama? Aziz, how's your mama? Right at linebacker, a guy that can get downhill and he thumps. And so that safety group, Chauncey Gardner Jr. I really like him as a player as well. He's my type of player, man. I like those scrappy downhill, put my face, run head first to a train type of guys that he is. So I like that safety room. I like that young safety y'all got from USC, Tom. I can't think of his name, man. Man, skinny as a broom handle, but I like him. He's fast, he's rangy, he's got good ball skills, and he's not afraid to throw his body around as well. So I like him. I like that Texans defense on all levels. I don't know what that offense scares me, man. I don't like what I'm seeing from CJ Stroud at this time. Like I said, they are working in a new offense. That offensive line is still young and coming together. Ariante Ursery, I think we talked about him in the draft. That he's probably going to start left tackle and be solid. He was I think he was a top 3 tackle on my board coming in to this last year. I really liked his game, top 3 or 4, somewhere in there. But I still think I'm giving the edge to Big Baker Mayfield, man. Baker, I love Baker's game. He's scrappy. He steps up in these big moments, and I think he can make a play. I think this is a game that's probably 21-20 in the fourth quarter, because I think that Texans defense is going to play well and make this a very tough game. And I think Big Baker Mayfield can get those guys down the field on Monday night for a game-winning field goal and steal this one on the road 23-21, man. That's how I've seen this one playing out. Oh, okay, yeah, Derek Thomas. Okay, yeah, I see Keandre. Yeah, no, respect the DT now. Yeah, respect the DT. For sure, you're right. Yeah, Leo Chenal, Miles. There we go. That's my guy. Hey, man, I like Leo Chenal, man. I like his game, dog. I like Leo Chenal game. I do. He got to look up a Steeler. You know what I mean? Don't I don't know. Have y'all paid him yet, Miles? Hey, Keandre, man, did y'all pay Leo Chenal yet? Because I tell you what, Leo Chenal, he's a guy, he'll look good in black and gold. I tell you that right now. That's the type of guy we like. I like Leo Chenal, bro. Leo Chenal want all the smoke. Leo Chenal run head first into anybody, bro. I like it. I love it. And he can get after the passer. He's got enough size, and you know what I'm saying? He can tussle with linemen. I like seeing him take on blockers. That's what it is. I like seeing him take on guards, bro. Because he ain't dodging none of that. He want all of that. Like, yeah, I really like Leo Chenal's game, bro. Leo Chenal's nice. Tranquil showed me something week 1, though. I like Tranquil. Tranquil's growing on me, Drew Tranquil. And I like that he got on Chris Jones' ass for giving up that late first down to Justin Herbert. Chris Jones is playing left end on that 4th down or not on that 3rd and long. And so when you playing in, and I used to rush a passer, so I can speak on this a little bit. Like, you cannot sell out the defense to you can't get horny, man. You can't get horny and sell out the defense. You know what I'm saying? And sacrifice giving up that edge if you're the contained player. So you've got a contained rush. If that defense is set up for you to be so, there's nobody else out there. He gets horny. He gets excited. He comes upfield, gives him a 1-2. He comes inside. And honestly, I think Justin Herbert was ready for it because he booted right around and there was nobody ahead of him. He had 20 yards of daylight. You know what I'm saying? Runs, picks up that 15 yards and first down, and that's your ball game. And that's on Chris Jones, man, because you can't sell out the defense. You can't sell out the defense trying to make a play at the expense of everybody else. And Drew Tranquil chewed on his ass and let him know about it. So I definitely got some respect for him for that. I definitely did. Yeah, I like Leo Chenal. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, Miles and Keandre. Yeah, I like him, bro. Yeah, buddy, nice. I hope y'all pay him. If y'all don't pay him, if y'all don't pay him if you want to, I'll call Mike in a minute. You know, I'll call Coach T in a minute. Be like, hey man, it's a guy over there now. It's a guy over there. They don't know what to do with him. Hey, Keandre said angry dude named Tranquil. No, that's just like I'm coming around on Tranquil. I am coming around on Tranquil. Like I said, I did like his week 1 against the Chargers, and like I said, I did got some respect for him for sure. With him not not letting Chris Jones just get away with that nonsense that will cost y'all a chance to get the ball back right there. Keon just said y'all ain't paid him. Yeah, y'all tripping. Yeah. Now y'all tripping. Leo Chenal gonna get some. Y'all gonna let Leo Chenal go. Leo Chenal gonna be one of those guys like a Zach Bond, right? He gets with the right team that really lets him puts him in position to be successful, and he'll be a guy that's an all pro out of nowhere, and you be looking around like, man, goddamn, Leo Chenal's all pro. Because like Zach Bond been in the league for what, 7? This is 8th year. He was a tweener guy coming in from Wisconsin. I think he tried to play edge, but he's a little thin. He was with the Saints. They couldn't really find a way to put him on the field. And Buddy and Philly said, no, I know what to do with him. Bring him over here. Yeah. Get your ass off that line of scrimmage and stand back there behind my dogs and run and hunt. And look at him, all pro. I think Leo Chenal, man, he's got. I think he can get after the passer though. But I like him. Man. I'm gonna stop talking about him. I ain't gonna put y'all on game. I ain't gonna put y'all on no more game, Kansas City. Go ahead, let him out the building. I dare you. Let him out the building. And last but not least, the second Monday night game, we got we got the Chargers on the road against the Raiders. I think this is a close one as well. I do think this is a close one as well. I'm giving the edge to the Chargers. I do like what I saw from them, man. I like the Justin Herbert that we're seeing. Jim Harbaugh. He's a bona fide quarterback whisperer, bro. You say what y'all want to. He's a bona fide quarterback whisperer. Justin Herbert is playing with a different style of visible confidence than I've ever seen him play with. And Jim Harbaugh's done that everywhere he went. Jim Harbaugh is the guy who crafted and brought to life Andrew Luck at Stanford. Where he was. He got to the league and he's the guy that helped mold Colin Kaepernick into a Pro Bowler, a Super Bowl contestant. You know what I mean? A guy that was a top 10, top 8 style quarterback, arguably in this league for a time. What he did at Michigan with J.J. McCarthy, winning the national championship there. Now they cheated. Yeah, they did. They definitely did. I ain't gonna hold that. I'm gonna call a spade. They definitely cheated. They were stealing signs. Whoop-de-whoop. He won his ship and got up out of there, went back to the league. But then now seeing what he's doing for Justin Herbert. And then also, here's the thing as well. In preseason, but what he did for Trey Lance in the preseason. Trey Lance was on his way to Canada. Trey Lance was in Canada. Jim Harbaugh brought him back, said, nah. Come holler at me, man. Come holler at me, big dog. Don't nobody want to play in Canada. You ain't trying to live in the 6, huh? Bring your ass out here to California, man. Let me holler at you for a second. You know what I mean? And even seeing the improvement that we saw for Trey Lance in the preseason. So Jim Harbaugh is a bona fide quarterback whisperer. Justin Herbert is playing with a different style of confidence. And I think they can get it done, man. I do like that defense as well. Jim Harbaugh, his defense, that running game, Amari and Hampton, Najee Harris. They got 2 big, powerful downhill runners that I think keep this offense balanced. You can't play Justin Herbert too strong because they aren't scared to run the ball. He wants to run the ball. Those teams in San Francisco, those teams in Michigan, right? Those teams in Stanford, even with a stud, talented, big-bodied, athletic quarterback, because all those guys are similar, right? Andrew Luck was 6'4", 240, ran 4.5, or ran low 4.6. You know what I'm saying? Big guy that can move. J.J. McCarthy is not as heavy, but he's 6'3", 220. He can move. He can scoot 4.5. Colin Kaepernick was 6'4", 230, 6'4", 235, a 4'4", 4'5 guy. Justin Herbert, he's about 6'4", 230, 235. He runs 4.5. So he knows what to do with these style of guys, and he builds an offense around them that insulates them. Power running game. We saw that running game in Michigan. We saw the running game in Stanford, right? We saw the running game with Frank Gore in San Francisco. We saw the running game last year when he brought back old boy from the Ravens, and the dude averaged 200 yards a game for the first 3 games. Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. And now this year, he's upgraded both of those guys. He's got a young Amari and Hampton. He's got Najee Harris, right? So, man, I really like what Jim Harbaugh's got cooking over there with those Chargers. Shout out to my dog, RTC. You feel me? Your Chargers look good right now, man, so I'm with you. I think they the number 5 team in the league behind the Packers, though, like we said. But I think they get this done. I got a 27-24. Now, also, I'm not going to just disrespect Big Gino because y'all know how I feel about Big Gino as well. All right? They tried to write him off, and guess what he did, though? He ain't right back, though. All right? He ain't right back, though, man. So, I fool with Big Gino, and I went against Big Gino week 1. I thought the Patriots were going to upset those guys on the road week 1. They didn't. Big Gino had to remind me who I was talking to. My fault, big dog. I got you. All right? But I do think they'll be competitive in this one. Big Gino ain't going to lay down for nobody. I think Brock Bowers was a little beat up after week 1. I don't think Brock Bowers finished that week 1 game, if I'm not mistaken. And I didn't check the injury report. I'm not sure if Brock Bowers, if it was just something that knocked him out of the end of week 1. I don't know if it's something that's going to carry over. I don't know if he's expected to maybe be. I don't know what his status is on the injury report, but if he's not full go, that's definitely a problem because it's a team that doesn't have a lot of talent on the outside. Jacoby Myers is a very talented, high-end number 2, but he's still not a guy that strikes fear, but he's a guy that he can be productive. He can be there in the right spot. He's got fantastic hands. He's an excellent route runner, but he's just not a guy that scares you. They got a young guy and Thornton that they want to develop into a take the top off the defense type of guy. He's 6'2", or no, I think he's like 6'4" and runs 4.3 nothing. And so, how long does it take to get him going? Can they use him as a guy to really take the top off of defenses? Max Crosby on that defense, I love. He's one of my favorite edge rushers in the league to watch for sure. Robert Spillane, big fan of him from Pittsburgh. So there's a lot of pieces on that Raiders team that I do like. Ashton Genty, right? Slow week 1. I don't necessarily think that he's going to have more success this week against that Chargers defense, right? Derwin James in the game. Khalil Mack. I don't necessarily know if this is the week that Ashton Genty really gets going either. So I think the matchups definitely favor the Chargers, but I do think the Raiders are going to be competitive in their home opener, but I am taking the Chargers 27-24. Woo! Man, hey, I don't know about y'all, but we made it. I don't know about y'all, but we made it, man. We made it. That's all the games. Let me check my chat, make sure. Okay, yeah, make sure I'm on track. Yeah, I don't know what was going on with my chat. I'm going to take this down until it starts uploading again, but I don't know what we had there. And you know what? Since we got a little time, we got about 10, maybe 12 minutes. I'll go ahead and just touch base on the Thursday night game so we didn't get a chance to recap it. We got a little distracted talking about Bud Crawford and Canelo. We definitely gonna run that back. Y'all stay tuned. We definitely gonna run that back tomorrow, though. We're gonna do a full show on that one. I didn't want to get too much into it today, because we're gonna probably run that back. I'm thinking probably tomorrow night, man. Maybe try to squeeze it in. Nah, because it's an early game tomorrow night, man. I don't know. I'm gonna get back to y'all. Man. We're gonna definitely chop up that Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez fight for sure. But touching base on that Thursday game, Green Bay wins in relative dominant. It felt like, I'm not gonna say, I mean, maybe not full-fledged dominant fashion, but they were definitely in firm control of this game, I feel. And they handling business, man. They look good. Jordan Love throws for damn near 300 yards and 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. Josh Jacobs runs for over 80 yards and a touchdown. I think he's threatening the record in the NFL for like most consecutive games with a rushing touchdown. I think he's at 11 or 12, and I think LaDainian Tomlinson has that record. And I think I think the record's 12. And Josh Jacobs either is at 11 now after this game, or maybe this Thursday game tied the record with LT for 12. But either way, he's very productive. Tucker Kraft, Chop, where you at? I told Chop what Tucker Kraft and Jordan Love was gonna have doing this year was gonna get cooking this year. He didn't want to hear me. And week 1 was pretty quiet. I think he only had 30 yards receiving and a touchdown. Last night, this is what I imagined from Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft. Tucker Kraft went off for 6 catches, 124 yards and a touchdown. This is the type of year that I expect him and Jordan Love to have. Now, I'm not saying every week he's going for $120 and a touchdown, but I definitely think he's going to be the guy that's going to be the pseudo one for this offense. He's going to be the guy that they really feed through. And I told Chop it's going to remind me of what we used to see from Tony Romo and Jason Witten. That's what I thought. I was like, remember how that offense in Dallas used to look with Tony Romo and Jason Witten? I was like, this is what I imagine we're going to get from Jordan Love and Tucker Kraft. And week two, Thursday night, makes me feel good about what I said to you, Chop. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get your ass up, get in here today to catch a whooping, but it's all good. It's all good. We'll talk about it. And then let me see. Romeo Dobbs also got in the paint. You know what I'm saying? 30 yards. He got that first touchdown. And then also there's another one that was he had another touchdown that he tried to. He's got a powerful arm, and it looked like he tried to like touch pass it, and he underthrew it a little bit. And Trey Amos, the rookie cornerback from Washington, he was able to get back in on that pass and deflect at the last second. But that would have been a third touchdown. It probably should have been a third touchdown pass that he could make. But I think he short-armed it a little bit, trying to hone in that cannon. And then Jaden Daniels, for his part, it was a rough day, man. That Packers defense is serious. Michael Parsons just came over there and announced himself with authority. He got another sack in this game, or I think a half sack officially in this game. But his impact cannot be denied. Anytime he's on the field, he jumps off the screen. There's no one else in the league defensively that has his burst off the edge. I mean, he is a rocket. He's 2015. He's 2015 Von Miller as far as how he looks off the line. I'm talking about he's 2 steps ahead of every tackle he goes against. And that's how I felt about 2015 Von Miller. 2015 Von Miller's all time. That's argue with your mom. You know what I'm saying? Like Micah has that type. He's that explosive. He looks that explosive to me. So he's definitely making it hell for everybody that go against. Jaden Daniels goes 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Debo Samuel's got the paint again. I'm happy to see Debo, man, getting in the paint these first 2 weeks of the season. But 44 yards on a touchdown in this one. And Zach Ertz still cashing checks and touching paint. He had 60 yards on a touchdown as well. Boom! Woo! I tell you what, we did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. We went through and previewed every game. We talked about Bud Crawford and Canelo a little bit. We even found time to recap that Thursday night football game. And we still got 10 minutes, man. Come on, y'all stop playing. Y'all stop playing. So y'all know what time it is. Hey, Stockton Mappin', I see you in the building. Jot there said, what's up? What's up to you, Stockton Mappin'? What's up to you, Playboy? Now, before we get out of here, I would be remiss if we didn't do that real member roll call, man. Y'all know what's going on. Now, unfortunately, like as y'all seen, the chat's been acting up, so I can't pull everybody's comments on the board. Excuse me. I can't pull your comments on the board as I say what's up to you. So we're going old school. I'm going to scroll through here and find your names. First one in the door today, first one in the building was my dog, man, the Cat Mothership. Keandre, man, I appreciate you as always, homeboy. Sis was right behind him with good morning to the Weebles. She know what's going on. Big Nation Business in the building. You better pull up on me. You've been playing with me. Y'all see what's going on, man. My sister calls herself a stylist, right? When she was trying to get herself popping, and she needed, you know what I'm saying? She needed me to post the videos and then to get a business popping. You know what I'm saying? I got my hair done every other day. I had to argue with her about taking down fresh hairstyles because she just wanted to just do stuff to fill up her portfolio. But now that she popping, I gotta look like a ragamuffin out here. You feel me? All right, yeah. Pull up on me today. Don't pull up on me today. See if something don't happen to you. All right, you been playing with me. Come on, pull up on me. Anywho, I appreciate you as always. Raiden Young in the building, man. Ravens fan. I appreciate your homeboy. You one of them members now, man. You one of them members. We get busy every Sunday morning and Wednesday evening, bro. Holla at your dog for sure. My dog, Terrible Tom Walker, was in the building, holding it down for those Houston Texans. I appreciate you as always, Playboy. Let me see who else is in the building. I'm looking for you. Hold on. I know you're in here. I'm looking for you. Hold on. Where you at? Let's see. Look, I'm scrolling through this chat. There we go. RTC was in the building, holding it down for his Chargers. I appreciate your homeboy. Derpy Entertainment was in here. You was going a little hard on Josh Allen and those Bills, but I got love for y'all the same. I appreciate your homeboy. Let me see who else is in this thing. NFL Questionnaire was in this thing. Questionnaire. You got to go back and take a look at them Packers, bro. I think you sold those Packers a little short. I think you got to look at those Packers and reevaluate your top 5 for sure. I'm looking for you. Stockton Mappin was in the building. I appreciate your homeboy. Let me see. I'm looking for you. I'm going to try to find you. My dog Miles is in the building. I would be remiss if I didn't shout out my dog Miles. Let's go. And I'm looking. My dog Iraqi Packy in the building, man. I appreciate your homeboy. I appreciate you for sure. Did I say Stockton Mappin? You in here as well, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. I say the same thing every week. Feel free to say it with me at home. If I forgot to say your name, damn, for real, my bad. but charge it to my head and don't charge it to my heart. You know I'm thinking about you, big dog. Hey, I appreciate all the love support, man. I love getting here talking ball with y'all, man. Y'all know how we do, man. It's always a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's always a treat when players meet, man. Y'all know what's going on. Tap in with your dog. Wednesday, we'll be back for sure. We should be back Wednesday to do the recap show. I may have something going on, so I may have to reschedule that, but I'll stay. Y'all stay tuned for that, man. But we will be back to recap this week's games for sure. We'll also be back. We definitely going to give that Bud Crawford dominant performance over Canelo Alvarez. We're going to give that its own show, man. So I'm going to try to sneak on here and give an hour to that where we can just dive in and talk boxing, man. Y'all know how we like to do. But other than that, y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Oh, wait a minute. It's Sunday. That means it's football Sunday. That means y'all know what time it is. Find your favorite spot on your favorite couch. Tell your girl and the kids to get out your way and find something to do. You get your favorite adult beverage. You put it in your favorite hand. You turn your favorite team on your favorite TV. You sit back. You enjoy yourself. You have a cold one on me. And I'll see y'all Wednesday. Peace. Y'all be smooth.